What if one man's dream to transform his country, to uplift millions, would result in the destruction of his entire nation? Traoré had always believed that radical change was the only way to help Burkina Faso thrive. Inspired by Dubai's soaring skyscrapers and endless opportunities, he envisioned a new era for his people. But the US wasn't just going to sit back and watch. As Traoré's vision unfolded, a shadow loomed, one of military power, historical warnings, and a stark realization that global politics often stands in the way of national dreams. Could his desire to build a thriving Burkina Faso lead to the same catastrophic path that Iraq once walked? Burkina Faso, a country in West Africa, was on the verge of a transformation. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the country's transitional leader, had a dream. He wanted to turn his nation into a beacon of development, much like Dubai. But what started as a bold vision quickly turned into a battle for control as powerful forces, like the United States, began to question his plans. The US, with its vast geopolitical influence, raised concerns that Traoré's rapid development could lead to chaos, drawing unexpected parallels to Iraq's tumultuous history. As Traoré set his sights on building a futuristic Burkina Faso, he never imagined the warning the US would deliver, a warning rooted in global history and intervention. Ibrahim Traoré, after taking power in Burkina Faso, sought to reshape his country into a modern nation capable of competing globally. His vision was clear: create a Dubai-like state with towering buildings, vast infrastructure, and a thriving economy. He wasn't just aiming for luxury or prestige. He wanted to provide jobs, improve living standards, and create a future where Burkinabe citizens could prosper. His plan wasn't without risks. Burkina Faso is one of the poorest countries in Africa, and the resources available for such a monumental task were limited. But Traoré saw this as an opportunity to break free from the cycle of poverty that had plagued his people for generations. With international investments and a focus on modern industries, he believed his country could achieve great things, just as Dubai had done in the United Arab Emirates. However, transforming a nation wasn't easy. Traoré had to deal with economic instability, internal opposition, and even corruption. Still, he was determined to push forward, rallying support from his people. As he began to lay the groundwork for his grand projects, roads, airports, and modern cities, the country's future seemed bright. But little did he know that his plans would attract the attention of forces much larger than his own. As Traoré's vision gained momentum, the United States began to watch closely. The US has a long history of intervening in African affairs, particularly when it perceives instability or the rise of authoritarian leaders. In Burkina Faso, the idea of rapid modernization seemed to threaten not just the country's stability but the geopolitical balance in the region. American officials began to raise concerns about Traoré's approach. They feared that such swift development, with little regard for the political structures in place, could lead to chaos similar to what happened in Iraq after the fall of Saddam Hussein. The US pointed out that Iraq had once tried to modernize quickly, and after the war, the country descended into years of turmoil, with devastating consequences for its people. Traoré found himself caught in a difficult situation. On one hand, he needed foreign investment and support to make his dream a reality. On the other, he faced international pressure to slow down or even abandon his plans. The US made it clear that if Burkina Faso followed the path of rapid transformation without proper safeguards, the consequences could be catastrophic. In the end, the message was clear: do not underestimate the power of external forces, especially those with a history of military intervention. The warning Traoré received from the US came at a critical moment. The stakes were high, his plans were moving forward, and the people of Burkina Faso were starting to believe in the dream of a new future. But the pressure was mounting. In private meetings, US diplomats made it clear: if Burkina Faso moved forward without considering the political risks, they would intervene. History had shown them that rapid development without political stability could lead to disaster. The warning sent shockwaves through the country. Traoré, initially confident in his vision, began to question whether he could continue without risking everything. His ambition to transform Burkina Faso was now at odds with the global powers that controlled much of the world's economy and military force. What followed was a tense period of reflection and decision-making. Could Traoré still pursue his dream of a Dubai-like Burkina Faso while avoiding the fate of countries like Iraq? Was it possible to build a modern nation without falling into the trap of instability? His people were depending on him, but the world was watching, and the consequences of failure were unimaginable. As we watch Burkina Faso's journey unfold, we must ask ourselves, can a country truly build itself from the ground up without risking everything? Traoré's vision, fueled by ambition and hope for his people, faces significant hurdles not just from within, but from the powerful forces of the world that often shape nations' fates. The US warning is not just a cautionary tale, it's a reminder of how fragile dreams can be when they collide with global politics. What do you think? Is Traoré's vision worth the risk? Or is the intervention of powers like the US necessary to prevent another catastrophe like Iraq? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's discuss how the future of Burkina Faso might unfold. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth stories about global politics and the forces shaping our world today. In the end, the story of Burkina Faso under Captain Ibrahim Traoré is one of ambition, hope, and the harsh reality of global politics. His vision to transform the country into a modern hub of prosperity is both inspiring and controversial. However, as we've seen, the US warning about the potential risks of rapid transformation cannot be ignored. History has shown that without careful planning and stability, even the most well-intentioned projects can lead to disaster, as in Iraq. But the question remains, can Traoré navigate these challenges and still achieve his dream? Or will external pressures force him to abandon his vision for a better Burkina Faso? This story is far from over, and the world is watching closely. As we reflect on the complexities of leadership, development, and global intervention, one thing is clear: no country is an island, and the future of Burkina Faso will be shaped by both its leaders and the forces beyond its borders. What do you think the future holds for Traoré and Burkina Faso? Only time will tell.